Welcome to What's the Stack? Every day as tech recruiters we ask the question, what's the stack? So we thought we'd bring that question to life by bringing in some of our favourite technical leaders to ask them what their stack is, all while enjoying a stack of pancakes in iconic church turned 24/7 pancake restaurant, the Pancake Manor.
Today we're joined by Carlie Hamilton. Carlie is a software engineer at Atlassian, but she's also full of surprises. She speaks fluent Japanese, she's a former teacher, she also has 2 really cute kids, and she's hilarious. Carlie reminds us that no matter whatever it is that you want to do in life, it's always up to you. You're the boss of your career and journey and whatever that looks like.
And Carlie's the boss of her story, so let's go inside and meet Carlie. Oh, strawberry. I didn't actually know.
Amazing.
Carlie,
Yes.
welcome to What's the Stack?
Thank you.
To start us off, what's the stack in front of you today?
I've got strawberries
Yeah.
and chocolate
Amazing.
because I'm super sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
And what's your tech stack?
At work, I work with Scala on the back end and React on the front end.
Amazing. Very cool. Awesome. Well, why don't we have a bite of pancakes before we dive into some questions? So Carlie, probably one of the most interesting things about you is the career pivot story. So tell us a bit about your career pivot and I guess how are you now sitting here in front of us as a software engineer at Atlassian?
I guess it's been a journey, but I ultimately graduated from university and became a teacher, and I found that I could never really get like a full-time permanent position. So that was a bit frustrating, but other than that, I enjoy teaching.
and what were you teaching in?
English and
Yeah.
Japanese. So I like to say that I love languages, both human and computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I went on to become a full-time mum. And when I was looking to go back into the workforce, I knew that I didn't want to go back into teaching. Like I knew that wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And so around the same time, for a joke, because this is the kind of person I am, I built a bot, like a Discord bot, that was making fun of a friend. It was just them as a bot. And I realized that, hey, that was really, really fun. Not just because it was a fun practical joke kind of thing, but also because it ticked like a lot of the boxes of things that I really enjoy in a career. And so I'm like, oh, well, it's staring me right in the face. I've got to become a software engineer. So that's how I came here.
Yeah, awesome. And I guess what did you learn about yourself during that transition? Because I imagine it's quite a humbling experience to, I guess, start again. So yeah, what did you learn about yourself?
It was super scary, and I was really, I was still hesitant, even though it was like, bam, right in your face, this is awesome, this ticks all your boxes. It was still really scary, and I was questioning myself whether it was right for me. So I guess I did a couple of things. I really leaned in and I took it on, and I went out there and I found all the coding things that are happening out there. So I went to some hackathons, I went to some women learning to code things that are happening in Brisbane, and I think there I kind of found my place and I realized, hey, there is a place for me here. But yeah, so I kind of pushed through the fear and went for it.
If you could turn back time, and I know there's kind of been like a bit of a journey to get to where you are today, would you start out as a software engineer, or would you kind of play everything out exactly the same again?
I've thought about this. When I was fresh out of high school, I went to university and I was doing a Bachelor of Communication Design, which was pretty much just a fancy name, I think, for becoming a front-end developer. So I think we learned Flash, and I remember learning PHP. I was already on that path. But I also kind of remember that I distinctly remember there were 3 women in that course. And I don't know if that had an effect, but I can remember that. And I quit after a year thinking, hey, this is not for me. Not for me. And I pivoted and went on to do English and teaching.
You work at Atlassian.
Yes.
Atlassian develops Jira.
Yes.
Do you use Jira to develop Jira?
We do. And there's this secret, so that I'm not going to get fired. We use our staging is what internal company kind of uses. So we're testing it ourselves before it goes live. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And tell us about Atlassian. So what are you working on at the moment? What does it look and feel like?
I'm working in Jira. I work on building forms within Jira, which may or may not be exciting to people, but I've always enjoyed filling out forms, but I'm a nerd. But yeah, so that's my team, that's what we work on. It's really cool.
Yeah, amazing.
And I guess, do you have any advice to candidates that are trying to kind of build out their career, build out their resume? Should they kind of do what you've done and kind of have a bit of everything on the resume, or really niche down into B2B SaaS products or e-commerce or whatever that looks like?
I think it really depends on the person, right? Just know yourself. Don't be afraid to do something and discover it's not you. You can always pivot, but just do what you think is best. I was trying to do what I thought was best and stick with the smaller business, and life has changed that, and I've just rolled with it and I've discovered things that I quite like. So yeah, just don't be afraid to branch out, try new things. I think if you feel comfortable though, then maybe it's time to try something new.
But what's been your biggest tech fail?
I think that, okay, I really wish I had a really cool tech fail story, but I think one of two things. Either I've been in really great, supportive companies that haven't allowed me to fail, like they've been this safe space that if something goes wrong, it's not a big catastrophe. Or the other thought is that maybe I have failed, but somehow I've reframed it in my head that no, it's just a learning experience and I haven't really internalized it. I've just learned the lesson and moved on.
What's the coolest thing about you?
The coolest thing about me is I'm not cool, I'm a huge dag, and I love playing video games with my kids.
When I was in high school, if the teacher was away or they didn't show up or something happened, we would always put on She's the Man. You were a teacher. What's your go-to movie to put on for the kids?
Okay, so a lot of my career I was a relief teacher or just a casual teacher coming in. So I didn't even have to worry about that. I would just put in what the teacher themselves have. Yeah.
You can reincarnate, but you can only come back as a breakfast item. What do you come back as?
Or a hash brown.
Yes. Like fried in bacon oil.
Yeah.
Now this is how we find out who you are as a person. Okay. But do you return the shopping trolley or leave it where you had it?
It depends, because I've got two kids and sometimes it's too much. It's too much, yeah. But if I'm by myself, I will return it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. What's your best life hack?
Life hack. Putting my washing on coat hangers so that when it's dry, I just stick it straight in the top.
I like that.
You get a box of Cadbury favourites. What's the superior Cadbury favourite?
I am boring. I'll go for the plain chocolate or the plain white chocolate. Like the dream.
Yeah. It's not plain or boring, it's just classic.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Very classic.
Final question.
I feel like I accidentally asked this before, but what do you love about having a career in tech?
I love that it's constantly changing. There's always something new and exciting to learn.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today. It's been so good to have you, and I feel like that just flew by. But let's finish our pancakes. Woo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
to business milkshakes.
Business milkshakes.
I tried.